Hello, guys. Uh, Good evening. So, thank you so much for all your wonderful support for my first video regarding introduction to Montessori. So, this video is going to be the continuation of the first video, wherein we are going to discuss in more detail about the Montessori philosophies according to the ages of development, the sensitive learnings or the sensitive periods of the children in each different age groups, and also what kind of an environment can we provide to have those sensitive learning put into practice. So Maria Montessori actually observed that the children fall into four different planes of development. She classified the first plane to be from birth to 6 years, where you can find a tremendous growth in the learning process, where there will be rapid change in the behavioral pattern of the children, where they had, we already discussed about the absorbent mind. So the children tend to have such a enormous absorbent mind, where they tend to absorb each and everything that comes in the environment, whether it's going to be positive or negative aspect. So everything gets absorbed into their mind, and there is going to be a rapid change in the development. So that's why we say the early childhood education is all the more important, because the learning that they have from 0 to 6 is going to have very base, it's going to be having a solid base for them to learn more and more and more as they progress further. So that's why there is more emphasis today on the early childhood education, where they prefer to put their children early into Montessori schools, or schools that take in children as early as 2 years of age, so that they don't miss out on on all those planes of development that they have. So the first plane is going to be 0 to 6 years, where you can find enormous growth in their development. And as they move on, they have from 0 to 6, they usually have concrete base of learning, where they learn more with their hands, their hands-on activities or sensorial activities, where they use all their senses put into practice. And when they move on to the next plane is from 6 to 12 years, where there will be more abstract learning, where all the concrete base that has been created is being put into more abstract learning, where they transfer everything into paper, where they read so much, where they write so much. So all these development will be very positive when they have when they had all the solid concrete learning in the first plane. And again, so they will be having a more peaceful learning in the second plane of development. And when you move on to the third plane, which is the adolescence phase, which is from the age group of 12 to 18, again there will be a surge of development during this plane, because the children are often encountered with their hormonal body changes, the puberty, whatever the changes that they have during that phase. It affects them entirely, and there will be rapid change to that, in their behavioral pattern. So everything will have change according to the environment that they have. So again, there will be as close as the first plane development, your third plane development will also have an enormous growth. And finally, there will be a final stage of development, which is called the fourth plane, wherein the children will enter into 18 to 24 years of maturity, where the children have more focused learning, more responsible, being more peaceful at mind, where they put into practice what all they have learnt in all their 18 years of learnings. They will transfer everything into their life, and they become more responsible and more peaceful human being, into they step into the adulthood, where there will be more practical learnings that they associate with the environment. So this is how Maria Montessori actually classified the children into different planes of development. And she also observed there is something called a sensitive period for every children in certain areas, where there is explosion of learning in that particular activity. Like, if you take on the first sensitive period is a movement, where it starts from birth to 1 year, where you can check on the babies, the infants. They just follow what the parents are saying. They keep moving their eyes, they keep moving their hands, they keep moving their legs. They slowly start turning upside down, where just they just start crawling, which is move from one place to another, and finally progressing into walking, and then slowly running, climbing, sliding. So these are all explosion of movements that occur from 0 to 1 year, where every child starts following their movements, their body movements, and they like to keep moving. Next sensitive period was language, which again starts from 0 to 6 years. So which is the most important, like how can you inculcate language? So language is inculcated when you have a lot of communication with your children. So when we see we have an eye contact with the children, where we keep talking to the children, where we sing to the children, we sing poems, we sing rhymes, we simply sing songs to them. There are more traditional songs that we sing while they are napping, while we are putting them to sleep. So those are kind of bonding, the language development that they get. And also books can be a main source of development, language development for the children, wherein we read aloud to them. So the read aloud is something which is gaining more popularity right now in recent sense, where every parent are trying their best to get their children off the screens by providing them a lot of read aloud sessions, getting them variety of books, where they're exposing them to much and much language development. So these activities can be done with our kids to promote their language explosion towards language, where they try speaking words, where they learn their vocabulary. So these things help in learning them much better. And second one will be is the order, where they thrive to be the toddlers. As soon as they enter toddlerhood, they are in a great sense of order, where they want everything to be at that place. If something that they have missed out, it was there previously, but right now it is not there, they get so frustrated. They get even leads to a tantrum. So they strive for order, they strive for organization. So this is where the practical skills come into picture, where we can involve them, saying, okay, we are cleaning this place, this thing will be moved right now and will be back once it is cleaned, so that they know, okay, this is going to be here. Okay, just a cleaning process, wherein it's going to be take some amount of time still, when their toys or anything that will be replaced back soon. So there will be a sense of order. And then next is the toileting phase, the potty learning phase that we have, that exactly starts from 18 months. So we are teaching the toileting, how to wash their hands, how to brush their teeth. So these are all independent tasks that we can provide them at home to enhance them towards personal care and hygiene. And toileting is we don't have to pamper about toileting. It is a natural process that they get adapted to themselves, and they promote once when they are ready. We can see the signs and cues from the children. Once they are ready, they will be all ready. Rather than forcing it, we can make we can wait and analyze when they are ready, when they are letting out the sign that they have peed or pooped. So we can take them to we can have a continuous journey or to washrooms, for having an hour or between. We can continuously take them, model them. Okay, this is a way where how we use a washroom when you have a sense of pee or poop. So this the modeling surely helps, where we identify their signs and cues, and wash them out and process it accordingly, rather than pressurizing them to do things. So this can actually, pressurizing actually slows down the process, rather than it is not going to help in any manner. And next sense of next sensitivity is to small objects, where the toddlers from the age of 1 to 4, they will be sensitive more towards small objects. where they take in everything that is small, they try to put it inside their mouth. They try to sort it out, stack things. Those are all the interest that they have, their sensitivity towards small objects, where you can provide activities like stacking, sorting, transferring things, transferring beads from one container to another, from one bowl to another, using spoons. So these are the activities that can be given for the sensitivity towards small objects. And then it's the sensitivity towards senses, where all the from birth to 6 years, all their senses actually develops slowly, where they can hear things out, where the sounds, where they are able to smell things, where they are able to taste, touch, the texture, feeling. So those are the things where they learn, okay, the texture feeling activities that we can provide them from the age of 2. The texture difference, the difference matching in the textures, difference in the smells, in the taste, where you can provide all the smelling jars. You can involve them in the kitchen as long as you're with them. You can provide a step stool where they can stand beside you, they can smell the spices, where they can smell how the spices actually taste, how different things taste, how different things feel when they touch it, they smell it. So all these things are wonderful experience, wonderful sensorial experience for the kids that can be provided. And next, there will be urge to listen to music. They will be so fascinated with listening to musics, sounds, that they might dance, they might move from places to places, running here and there. So which means they are sensitive to music, they like to listen to more musics. So you can have an audio player where you can put music to them, where they can have a free relaxed dance time, or music time, where they can listen, dance, run here and there, make movements. And then we move on to a sensitivity towards grace and courtesy, where they learn, it's actually between 2 to 6, where they learn grace and courtesy, where they learn to respect, where they learn to socialize the words thank you, sorry, please, all come into picture, where we teach them all the grace and courtesy, where they learn to respect others, learn to interact with others. There will be more of social skills that is being developed. And in Montessori, actually there will be a sensitivity towards writing preceding the reading. There will be writing that comes first, where they are exposed to more of sandpaper letters, which is the most important Montessori material, where they sense, touch the sandpaper materials, and they learn. So they just strive hard for the sensorial learning. So they write first, and then there comes the reading, where they analyze, they recognize the letters and sounds, and they match together to get the letters right. So that's how the lettering concept, the reading, writing concepts developed, where there will be explosion, where you can find them always intrigued, where they keep on writing. So say, why are you writing so much? So everything comes into one place. And then they start reading, suddenly they will start reading. That's when you have to observe and help them, providing more reading activities, more reading books, variety of books, say not pertaining to always always having some sort of animal sort or fantasy books, but we just have reading variety of books, wherein you have about real life experiences of people, real world. They will be fascinated reading about them. And next is the spatial learning, where they understand the spatial discrimination, the patterns, and learn puzzles, to making puzzles and stuffs. So they will be interested more in that. And then comes finally the math, where they perform the real arithmetic operations, counting, addition, subtraction. So that comes final terms, where they are exposed to all the previous sensorial learning, where their sensitivities are being developed. Then they finally end up learning math concepts. So this is how everything develops.